what used to be Real Life Family Center.
Yeah.
The AM. That was the old stomping ground, so we're going to do a flashback Thursday instead of Friday. So yeah.
It's more Throwback Thursday.
Throwback Thursday.
There we go.
Thanksgiving. No, I just can't keep up with you guys. So, Alejo talked about, or introduced our new series last week. Does anybody remember?
Knowing their place.
Oh, Ben is just
Ben
coming in clutch.
Good job, Ben.
Good job, Ben.
Yeah, Ben!
Was last week's.
Oh, there you go. Okay, Kinley. Okay, so we're talking about knowing your place. You know, Alejo spoke on knowing your place with family. That's I know that's a tough subject for me because I have family issues. I mean, I feel like we all have family issues. And the theme verse was Matthew 7:12, where it says, "Do to others whatever you would like them to do to you. This is the essence of all that is taught in the law and the prophets." One of the points that Alejo brought up last week was that we need to honor those people that God has placed in our lives. And I was like, dang, Alejo, just cut me deep, bro. Oh my gosh. And so I think in order to live this verse out and to honor our father and mother, I think we need to start with God. So that's my message to you guys today, is knowing your place in God. And what does that mean? What is God like? Like, I mean, we see God, and I don't know if you've seen Aladdin, but we think of Genie, and he's like, smite me, almighty power, you know? And he's just like, phenomenal cosmic power, or something like that, yeah. And then he's like, itty bitty living space. You know? Exactly. So, so we're going to start in Proverbs 1, verse 7. And a little background about Proverbs, it's written by Solomon. So Solomon was like the wisest king of all of Israel. Like, he was wise upon wise. Like, if you think of how people roast people nowadays, he was like, oh, I got you. I'm going to burn you. So he makes this book, and it's called Proverbs. And in the beginning, it talks about how Proverbs itself is a manual for righteous living, for a successful life. If you want to read Proverbs, you're set. It's a rule book, basically. And in verse 1, or in chapter 1, verse 7, it says, start with God. The first step in learning is bowing down to God. Only fools thumb their noses at such wisdom and learning. Oh my gosh, bro. Thanks a lot. And I read that and I was like, dang, like, obviously that's like a solid burn already. Like, let me just start off by saying you have to start with God, you bow down to God, and then only fools turn their noses and turn their faces away from such wisdom and learning. And so it's just like, dang. So in order to live a successful life, we need to first surrender to God. And that's a choice. Can we all agree on that?
Yeah.
Perfect. So the first point is going to be that we are subjects. So we're subjects of God. What do I mean by that? We're not like an anatomy, like in biology where we're an experiment. No, we're not like a test subject. We are subjects because we choose to surrender to God. And just like it says in the verse, it's the first step in learning and to live a successful life is bowing down to God. Now, like I said before, God's not like Genie where he's just like phenomenal cosmic power. No, he's a gentleman. He'll be patient if he has to. Like, he's not going to be like, hey, you need to believe in me because I'm the way, the truth, and life. Like, you need to believe in me, okay? I'm just super cool. I may have risen from the dead. Like, come on, guys. Like, he's not, like, knocking on your door, just going to burst through and be like, hey, believe in me because I'm Jesus and I say I am. Like, no. He's a gentleman. He'll be patient. He'll wait until you say so, basically. He'll wait until you're willing to. So once we allow ourselves to be subjected to God or be subjected to like a piece of God, like his guidance, his wisdom, it all encompasses this big umbrella. So with God, like if we choose wisdom, then we're obviously choosing peace. We're choosing self-control. We're choosing patience. When we choose God, we choose the willingness to learn and gain wisdom. I don't know about you, but I see a lot of people nowadays who are not smart. Like, the common sense nowadays is like, I don't know. Tell us how you feel. Tell us. But like the common is, I want to live a successful life, and in order to do that, I need to start with God. I need to start to be willing and to be open to learning the wisdom that He has. And so, with that choice, we have like choices. I don't know about you guys, but I suck at making choices. Yeah. Okay. So like sometimes I'm like, ooh, do I eat this whole cookie dough ice cream? Or
Yes, you do.
do I save it for tomorrow so that I can enjoy it? Do I do that? No. If I, like, there are times when I don't eat. So like our lunch break at work is at 5 in the morning. I work at Starbucks, so if you guys didn't know that. Yeah. So our lunches are theoretically breakfast. So I eat at 5, don't get off till noon, I don't eat in between and then. Yeah. So I'm just like, oh yeah, do I eat this pizza now? Or do I just eat all of it? Like, do I just have one slice, all of it? Do I really care at this point? I'm so hungry. So this brings me to a story. So if you guys don't know, Brad and I are married. Woo! What?
If you want it, put a ring on it.
What?
Is that the song?
Hashtag. No, if you like it, then you put it.
Oh, like it. Oh, no.
Anyway, yeah, so glad we cleared that up. So when we were dating, you know when you go on like a date and then like you're just getting to know someone that you're interested in and you're just like, oh, I like you. I like you too. I really like strawberry ice cream. And if you don't like strawberry ice cream, you're like, oh yeah, I love it. So anyway, this gives us like the funny story of past Monika. So Brad and I are dating. I've never told this story to any of our friends. Like we were ashamed because of this. Don't worry, it's not scandalous. But right?
I wasn't thinking that.
Y'all look like you were. So we're dating. This is after we've served at the Real Life Thrive Peace Group, and so we're like, man, I'm so hungry. And usually, as leaders, you go out to Applebee's afterwards. You know, you have the fries that you can just afford because you know you're broke. Like instead of happy hour, you're just like, oh, I'll just take a side of fries, thanks. So we're like, oh no, like we'll see you guys later. Brad and I are gonna hang out for a while. So we're driving, and we're literally driving like all of Meridian, like up and down, and we're just like, dang, what do you want to eat? I don't know, what do you want to eat? It's literally like The Notebook, where they're like, where the guy is like, what do you want? What do you want? And the girl's like, I don't know what I want. You know? It's literally, like, it was literally like that, where like Brad's like, oh, do you like Jack in the Box? I'm like, oh yeah, I like Jack in the Box, but I'm not really feeling Jack in the Box. So we're driving up and down Meridian, and we're like posing like different places to eat. Oh, what about the Mongolian grill down by like the Starbucks over there? Nah, I'm not really feeling that. Oh, well, what about like clam chowder? I'm not feeling that, you know, because the Ivor's right there. Or like, what other places? You got the pho place right over here. So good. McDonald's. We're like, what do you think about McDonald's? McChicken? No, I'm not feeling the McChicken. So there's an Applebee's where all of our friends went down, which is on the other side of Meridian. And we're like, oh, we're just not going to hang out with them. So we're driving to the mall where there's another Applebee's. And what do? We pull into Applebee's.
That's right.
Because we can't really decide. And we're sitting down and we're like kind of convicted. And we're like, we're here with our friends right now. Like, we're not here with our friends. We're just here like together. But it's at Applebee's. Like, this is so selfish. And so my point is, if you don't know what you stand for, if you don't, like, if you're not content, if you're just content with, like, going with the flow, and, like, oh, I'll just pick the McChicken because so-and-so says we should go get the McChicken, you know? If we're just content with driving up and down Meridian and doing whatever, then the world will choose for you. So, like I said before, when we choose God, we choose the willingness to learn and willingness to be obedient, the willingness to know His guidance, to live in His Spirit, and the world doesn't choose for us. So, brings me to my second point, is that we're outlanders. Can you say outlanders?
Outlanders.
Yeah, haven't heard that before, have you? Yeah, we have. You're
Dang.
So an outlander outsider basically means that you're an outsider. Like, I know outsider isn't necessarily like a positive context, I guess, but it is essential, kind of. As Christ followers, we choose to believe that this place is in our home. Like, we choose to believe in that truth. And with that, we're an outlander. We're an outsider. Like, I love what 1 Peter 2:11 says, "Friends, this world is not your home, so don't make yourselves cozy in it. Don't indulge your ego at the expense of your soul." Dang, Peter. Okay. Dang. Don't make yourselves cozy in it, for this world is not your home. Don't indulge your ego at the expense of your soul. We accept that this world is temporary, and heaven is our upgrade. Let's be real. Heaven is going to be our upgrade. And, so you think of like the first generation iPod. It's this huge, like almost like a telephone. Right? And you're just like, wow, look at my 1,000 songs I got on here.
Wow.
The screen's like this big. It's like a TV as you're carrying it around like in school. And then you think about the iPod now, where it's like a little bitty square. Like, you can just clip on yourself and you can just like work out and all do that. Like, that's an upgrade. Or like, you think about like KFC, right? How many of you guys like KFC?
Yeah!
Okay, now compare KFC to Chick-fil-A. Or you think Bigfoot Java versus Starbucks. Oh yeah. What other place is gonna give me a unicorn frappuccino? That's an upgrade. Heaven is going to be our upgrade. Heaven's gonna. You think Chick-fil-A tastes good now? Think about how good Chick-fil-A is gonna taste in heaven. Like, let's be real.
Oh, come on.
Let's be real.
For real.
2 Corinthians says that our bodies are like a tent. I don't know if you went camping, but tents, they're not really secure. They're not really comfortable either. So Corinthians kind of equates our bodies on this earth as like a tent. And only in heaven will we be living our true selves. So we're an outlander, we're an upgrade. It's awesome. Are you guys excited for heaven? Woo! So my last point, this is a pretty weighty point. I want you guys to take this one seriously because I need to take it seriously, let's be real. It's that we're bearers. We're bearers. We bear the name of Jesus. That has a weight to it, right? Now, what do I mean by that? In Ephesians, it talks about, therefore be imitators of God as beloved children. All right, that's cool. How do you imitate God? I mean, I could be like Aladdin and be like, phenomenal cosmic power. Or I can, like, how do you imitate God? I don't see him on a regular basis, And I love the verse in Exodus. We're going to go back a little bit. In Exodus, Old Testament, 34, it's Moses. They just got out of Egypt, right? They're like in the promised land. And Moses is like, God, I want to know who you are. Tell me who you are. Because at this point, people had no idea who God was. I mean, yeah, they heard of the flood. Yeah, they know Genesis. Yeah, he's the God of Abraham. But what is he like? I don't know. So then the Lord comes down and he passes right by Moses. And he says, this is how I am like. I am this way. This is my name. I know Krista likes to sing the song Yahweh at church. You guys have heard that? Yeah. So that's God's name. I'm going to read this verse and it's pretty cool. It's Exodus 34, 5 and 7. If you guys want to read it. It says, then the Lord came down in a cloud and stood there with him. And he called, put his own name in, and he said, Yahweh. And then the Lord passed in front of Moses, calling out, Yahweh, the Lord, the God of compassion and mercy. I am slow to anger and filled with unfailing love and faithfulness. I lavish unfailing love to 1,000 generations. I forgive iniquity, rebellion, and sin. And let's be real. Like Genesis says that we are made in the image of God. And in Ephesians, it says that we are to be imitators of God. So we carry the name of Jesus. we are supposed to be compassionate. We have compassion filled within us. We have mercy. We have faithfulness. We have love. And the coolest part of the Bible, and like the whole thing, is that God and Jesus worked to redeem a people, all of us, a people of every nation, of every tribe, of every background, of every race, so that way he can establish this new race. Now, what is this new race? This new race, guys, is people to carry his name. People to carry out the name Yahweh. To be outlanders, to be subjects to his guidance and his willingness. But, there's a problem. Can I be honest? I'm the problem. Are you guys the problem? You understand? Yeah. How many times do we get frustrated and we say, God, why? Why? How many, or in my coworker's case, whenever something happens and stuff hits the fan, she's like, Jesus Christ. I'm sure you guys have friends that say that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
More colorful language.
More colorful.
A lot more colorful.
Which we won't say. We abuse the name of Jesus. Also with our words, but with how we act. How do you treat your brother and sister? How do you treat your parents? How do you treat your friends at school? How do you treat your acquaintances or people that you meet on the street? How do you treat your uncle, your auntie? How do you treat people here in youth group? We're the problem. Slow to anger? I'm not slow to anger. Heck no.
Nope.
Ryan can attest to that.
Good job.
We got that on tape. We got that.
Are we gracious? Am I gracious? Are we gracious? Sometimes. Maybe. I don't know. Compassionate? Patient? Do we have self-control? Today at work, example. Today at work, I work at Starbucks, like I said. I was in the drive-thru, and this lady orders tall vanilla, whole milk, no foam, with whip, extra hot vanilla latte. Oh, 5 pumps of vanilla, by the way.
Wow.
Jeez.
It's in a 12-ounce cup. And I'm working the drive-thru, soloing, being kind of taking orders as they come. And this lady shows up at my window. And I was like, okay, so the totals today is going to be $4.57. And she's like, what? Oh, $4.57. She's driving a Mustang, by the way. $4.57. And she's like, what? Your total today is going to be $4.57. Oh, how much? $4.57. She's like, oh, okay. So then she hands me 20 with 57 cents. Cash her out, Her latte's almost done. And I was like, how's your day today? She reaches for the stereo and turns it up.
Oh.
She's singing that one song where, and I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna something. By that one chick that I just can't think of right now. And she just, I'm like, how's your day today? And she's just going away. And I'm just like, all right. So I hand her change, all that stuff, and I give her a drink. And I was like, here you go, have a good day. She's like, Ooh. So she was my last customer. And so I shut the door, and I turn around, and I'm like, oh my gosh! What is going on in the world? And I was like, she was so mean! How many times are we not patient? Are we not slow to anger? How many times do we abuse the name of Yahweh, Jesus? Yet we're supposed to carry that name. See, we misrepresent and abuse the name of God when people that we know that we go to church, that we go to youth group on a Thursday night. They're like, oh, she said that. She believes in Jesus, right? Oh, he did that, and he believes in Jesus, right? That's probably what God's like. Oh, okay. That's how we abuse the name of Jesus. But you know, I'm a mixed bag. There's some good news to that, right? Like, we're a mixed bag. There are some days where I'm like, yeah, I have so much joy. Let's do this. Let's go to work. I'm so excited. Like, I'm going to show people Jesus because they need it. There's hurting people out there. You could, after Troy preaches a message, you're just like on fire. You're like, all right, let's go. I'm ready for the week. Or like, after Alex preaches, you're just like, oh, I'm so set. I'm good. I'm ready to tackle on middle school, high school. I don't know where you guys are at. I'm assuming you guys are all in high school.
High school.
Nope.
There's some middle school.
Except you're right.
High school and college.
Okay, high school, college. I'm ready to conquer the professor in biology that says that evolution is fast, and that I believe in fiction. You know, I'm ready to conquer the weirdo that's like right over there. Just gives me the creepy vibes. You know, I'm ready to show them compassion and make eye contact and say, "Hi, how are you today?" Those are on our good days. Am I right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
On our bad days? I already covered that. But the good news is that Jesus was not a mixed bag.
Amen.
And what's crazy is that Jesus believes in us because he believes in the Spirit in us to show people what God is like. I'm going to end with John 14. And this is when Jesus is just like talking to his disciples, and he's saying, you know, down the road I'm leaving you. I'm going away. And don't let this throw you off. I want you guys to believe in God. Like, I'm not going to be here, but you guys should know that because you've seen me, you've seen Jesus. Like, you've seen God. You've seen Yahweh. You've seen the compassion. You've seen the mercy. You've seen the unfailing love. And so it says here, believe me, I am in my Father, and my Father is in me. If you can't believe that, believe what you see, these words. The person who trusts me will not only do what I'm doing, but even greater things, because I'm on the way to the Father. Did you guys catch that? It says, the person who trusts in me will not only do what I'm doing, but will do even greater things. Jesus left. We have the opportunity to do greater things than he did. Now the question is, are we going to take it? So I'm going to pray. We're going to get into some small groups. God, we just thank you for being so compassionate.